Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inventing Magic. My guest this month is Eric Jones. Welcome, Eric Jones.
What up? What's going on, guys?
Hey, thank you for doing this, man.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it, man.
We have prearranged nothing. We have not pre-jammed at all. I've given you
Right.
the background of the show, and I'm going to start a 1 hour timer now.
Okay.
Where are you? Your background looks sick.
Oh, I'm home in Philadelphia. This is my gaming setup.
Oh,
So
cool. I didn't know
you
you were a
know
gamer.
this is what I'm doing. Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
game?
All of them.
All of them. Nice.
Everything other than Roblox.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Minecraft.
Do
Yeah, but
you
I like 7 Days to Die. I love all the Call of Duties. I'm not great at them, but I play them.
do you stream? Like your setup's so cool.
I don't stream often, but I bought it during the pandemic,
Cool.
and did a combination of both streaming for gaming and to do virtual shows.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it all goes down here. I've got all the screens, all the
It
cameras,
looks like it. It looks super
all the
cool.
crap.
Did you find for virtual shows, did you find yourself like adapting a lot of your material for virtual, or were you coming up with stuff for virtual?
Both. I
Nice.
found out that a lot of what I already do works for
Hmm.
directly for the camera.
Hmm.
The show that I do on the ships, the show that I do formal close-up has a combination of stand-up and close-up with the camera. So I just play directly to it, and it gives people the feeling that you're really intimate.
Yeah,
So I did come up with a couple of small things that I could do specifically for the camera that only work in this environment.
cool.
But it's not bad. Like, let me turn this up a little bit.
That's super awesome, man. Now, you and I are both, how long have you been doing ships?
Oh, since 2018.
Oh wow. Okay, so a lot longer than I have. So from since 2018, do you create and work on new material on the ships, or do you tend to mainly do your set show on the ships?
So I'll be honest with you. w- My history is kind of sorted.
Hmm.
I've been involved in magic for 20 plus years,
Hmm.
but I'd only perform for small groups of people. I've lectured, I've done some consulting. I've spent time creating magic, but I'd never done a big show.
Cool.
The first time I was in front of a large audience of just laymen was America's Got Talent.
Nice.
So I never had a show.
Hmm.
So when I got eliminated, Disney was the first company to call me and ask me if I had a show, and I was like, sure.
Yes.
And I ended up having to create something specifically for that. So the hour-long show that's been whittled down to 45 minutes, which now that I'm going back, they want it 35 minutes.
Hmm.
And the half-hour adult show that I'm doing were created specifically for the Disney ships.
Cool.
And I've combined those with a few other pieces of magic to end up doing a show, a one-man show outside of that.
Awesome.
Um, but I've been honing it, because I never had flight time doing an actual show.
Hmm.
So it's still relatively new. So humor, being who I am on stage without seeming like a character, those are all new things to me that are just as came up with it as soon as 2018.
Yeah.
So, yes, I've added new magic, but I'm concentrating on getting five things that I do better than anybody else.
Yeah. That's
Still
smart.
working.
That's a cool way of looking at it. So when you're jamming and creating on stuff, like that makes sense that those need to be honed and polished and tweaked and massaged. But like as far as brand new concepts go and stuff, would you mainly be doing that just for fun or just like to kill time or to keep your mind busy? You sent me a video, which whatever you sent me a video of, we can't talk about, but like that's crazy that you're playing with. So like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
how do you
yeah.
find yourself playing with new stuff mostly?
I listen to my audience.
Hmm.
I don't consider myself a creative magician. Everything that I've come up with is based on necessity.
Hmm.
I'm in the middle of working on something and someone says, "Wouldn't it be cool if?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, yeah, that would be cool.
Hmm.
How the fuck would I do that?"
Let me figure that out.
And I play around with something until I get something that either fits my needs, that's original, or ground someone else's tread, but still suits my needs. But I've definitely been considering myself as creative as someone like you.
Whatever, man. You're crazy. You're so crazy. Disagree. But I remember I was telling my wife that I was jamming with you today, and I was trying to think. I think we met in Atlanta. Was that or a magic convention in the South years ago? I think I met you, Dan Haas, and B. Smith at the same magic convention.
Maybe Atlanta Harvest,
Maybe.
maybe.
That could have been it. Somewhere down there. North Carolina, somewhere.
Oh, Tri-Seas.
That's it. Yep.
Tri-Seas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Scott Robinson's convention. Yeah, yeah,
Yep, that
yeah.
was it.
Flight
I
Club.
think it was like a Wednesday and I was in college in Indiana and I saw all three of your names gonna be there and I was like, on Friday I'm driving down.
How long was that drive?
I don't remember. It was totally doable, 3, 4 hours. I don't remember, maybe more. But
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, that seems like a day.
yeah,
Like it
maybe
takes.
it was. I was in college, so I was like, this is easy. But then as far as the ships go, like I just did a ship last week, a Disney ship, and what I find funny about them is like, how some people don't know this, but we typically don't know our schedule until we get on the ship because they're
Right.
constantly changing the schedule based off weather conditions and other factors. So if I have a big show on the ship on the first night, then the rest of the week you're walking around the ship like Tom Cruise, like the most
Mm.
famous person on the ship. This last week I had my show on the last night, and so the whole week I was just kind of chilling. Nobody really knew who I was, just hanging
I
out on
love
the
that.
ship. That was nice too, but I'm wondering like in the inverse, when you do have a show early on and then you're walking around the ship, do people stop you and ask you for magic? Do you do magic? I know some people do, some people don't when they're off stage. How do you handle that?
So in life, I'm an introvert.
Same.
So I don't like attention. I don't need to be the center of attention. Um, the second I step off stage, my social battery is drained.
Yeah.
So I retreat to my room, I get room service, and I
Hmm.
recharge.
Hmm.
I like to watch the game shows.
Yeah,
So I learn, because I'm still learning how to be a performer. I watch the adult club hosts do their thing, and I usually learn a little bit from them. So I watch how they handle situations and determine how I would handle a situation based on them.
that's
Um,
smart.
so while I'm watching the game shows, people who've been on cruises before may recognize me and ask if I could do something for friends or family, or want to ask me questions about magic. And I'm always happy to entertain those questions or do a little bit of magic. So I always have a deck of cards, a couple of coins, or whatever it is that I'm working on with me just in case,
Yeah.
but it doesn't happen very often. But I know guys like John Armstrong, they are prepared to do magic the entire cruise.
I was just about to tell you.
I'm not that social.
I just heard from another performer. I love John. John's amazing. I just
Yeah,
heard from another performer on this last ship that they were like, "Oh yeah, John will do magic, all the time, nonstop." Which, like, a part of me is jealous of, or like, I wish I kind of maybe had that as much of a drive. Or if you've ever been around David Blaine when he's not on camera, that guy does magic nonstop to everyone. And I kind of want to get better at flexing that muscle but I'm kind of like you. I'm not gonna walk up to somebody and be like, "Hey, you want to see a trick?" But if someone asks, I'm all
right.
for it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't
um,
want to flex that muscle. I don't
yeah,
want to. I'm
I,
like I don't want to be the dancing monkey. And I'm not saying that that is how that's perceived,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't want to give it away without it having any value.
Totally. I mean, I do though. the one thing I'm trying to wrap my head around lately is like it does bring people so much joy and happiness, and it's like that's what you're providing, you know. I was on a flight back 2 days ago, and I was playing with a deck of cards. Like I was working on, I think, mnemonica, and the kid next to me, because it didn't look like I was doing magic, it looked like I was just dealing cards and looking at them. But the kid next to me was like, "Do you want to see a magic trick?" And I was like, yeah. This is like 18, 19-year-old kid. And he's like, well, I only know one. And he dealt like rows of cards and did the that. It was great. He did great for someone who wasn't, he's not a magician. That's literally the only trick he knows. And I was like, that was awesome. And then one of the flight attendants walked by while it was happening. It was like, are you guys doing magic tricks? And the guy was like, yeah. And she was like, well, one of you needs to come in the back and show the crew a trick. And we were like, all right. And then he finishes one trick and he's like, that's the only one I know. And I go, all right, I'll go back there and I'll show him a trick. And he's like, oh, okay. So I went back there. I did a small set and they were screaming, like dangerous level screaming to where one of them was like,
There was a U.S. Marshal on the plane, you'd be in trouble.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it was like that. And so I came back and the kid was like, what the hell was that? What was going on back there? It's like- But then
That's
like the
awesome.
flight attendants were like, that was the highlight of our day. That was so fun. But like I would have never done it, just like to force it on anybody. But
Yeah.
I wish I had what's your everyday carry? You said a couple of coins and cards normally on you?
Um, to be honest with you, that's about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes double cross, but since I've added that to the show, I don't wanna blow that load early.
Yeah.
Um, this new thing that I'm working on that we can't talk about is kind of the thing that I carry around the most
That's cool.
now because it needs flight time.
Yeah.
Um, then a
That's
couple of tricks on my phone.
Oh, nice. Do you do like apps you mean or like
Mhm. Yeah,
what are
City
your
Prediction is still my favorite.
nice.
And a couple of others.
That's cool. What's your everyday carry on you non-magic? Like if that's not too personal to ask. Like chapstick, keys, wallet. Some people
Uh,
no wallet. What do you got?
yeah, I carry my wallet. Um, I carry a little bit of cash, but I live in Philly. You don't carry cash. Uh, um, a little jewelry, um, and my phone. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Do you have a case on your phone? No
Chapstick.
case?
What's that?
What'd you say?
Did you say?
I said, do you carry a case on your phone? No case?
Yes, yes. The Apple case, the MagSafe.
Bifold wallet, slot wallet. What do you got?
The bifold. What do I have? Bifold LV.
Ooh, nice. Anything going on in there or just normal stuff?
No, I don't even carry business cards anymore because there's no need. You
Hmm.
just tap your phone and you get their information so you can market to them. I don't even give my information out.
Yeah.
If I give a business card out, it's to a CEO that I feel like I made an impression on and want to give them that a little luxury item that
Yeah.
they may keep or may throw away. But
I
if I
carry
need their information, I just take it.
yeah, I think I carry one now on me at all times just because I had too many opportunities. I feel like there's an age where like a potential client, once you get over a certain age, they ask for a business card, and under a certain age, they're like, "Can I just get your contact info?" And so I feel like I always have one card on me on the off chance someone's old school and like wants a piece
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
paper. So it's like,
yeah.
but you don't need it. You're right. What about jewelry wise? What do you, I see? Are you always wearing a watch?
Yeah, I'm always wearing a watch. I'm actually gonna go stand in line 4 o'clock in the morning Saturday to try to get the AP swatch.
What's that? What is that? I'm not a watch guy. What does that mean?
So Audemars AP, it's a super high-end luxury watch brand. Like a watch starts at $80,000.
Cool.
And they did a collaboration with Swatch, which is like one of the cheapest watches. And they have a pocket watch that's coming out for 450.
No
in like
way.
7 or 8 different colors, and I'm gonna stand in line and try to get one of those or two of those,
That's so
so I can
cool.
resell them.
That's cool. Do you
Yeah,
rock the same watch most of the time, or do you have a collection of watches?
I've got a small collection,
Sounds like you might.
and a couple of rings, always a necklace, couple of chains. I usually stack my bracelets.
What about
So yeah,
glasses? Do you ever do anything with your glasses? You wear
just
contacts
that
ever?
old thing where you snap and it looks like they break,
I have
but
never
I
seen that.
really.
No. Oh my God, wait a second. Wait, do that again.
Yeah, that's a thing my mentor taught me. You just hold the glasses by the middle, and then you're gonna snap with your middle finger as you pretend to break, and it freaks people out. So I'll
That's
borrow their glasses and do that.
that's so simple and great. I've never seen that. That's like a no-brainer. That's awesome. Oh my God. Do you wear contacts ever, or is it always glasses?
I have never worn contacts. Contacts came out when just as I was getting glasses,
Uh-huh.
and I had a friend that got them, and they got stuck in the top of his eye, and I was like, nope,
I'm good.
nope, nope, nope,
No,
nope,
that's
nope,
hilarious, man.
not
Oh
doing
my
it.
God. Wait, and then you also say you carry around, I'm asking a bunch of questions about like what you carry because I'm trying to see like I think we carry the same types of stuff. With you, I mean, your coin work is immaculate and like some of the best in the world. How do you find doing coin stuff in today's age works with audiences and people not carrying coins as much, or you think it's still
Oh
okay? Like,
yeah, no. I think with any prop, whether
yeah,
it's a coin or whether it's cylinder and coins or if it's something really weird looking, as long as you can explain to your audience what it is,
yeah,
why you have it, and what you're doing with it, and allow them to check it out,
yeah.
then you've got a willing audience. So I explained what they are, I explained how old they are, I explained how valuable they are,
Yeah.
and how I save them from becoming jewelry. Because, silver right now silver coins are being melted down to be turned into jewelry, literally. So I save these coins from becoming jewelry, because
That is
there's
such
quite a
a
history there.
that is such a cool sentence. That's such a cool way of getting into something like that. So are you
Yeah.
mainly rolling with like walking liberties or what?
Walking Liberties, Morgan half dollars, and Barberhead half dollars. I've got a bunch of them because I literally am saving them. So every chance I get, I'll go to a pawn shop, I'll go to a coin collector, and I try to buy as much junk silver as they can afford to sell me.
That's smart.
Um, because eventually Jamie Schoolcraft is going to run out of silver coins to keep out of.
Yeah.
Legitimately, that's why he's going to drops, is because silver is becoming more and more scarce.
Oh my gosh.
So
Didn't think about
yeah,
that. Well, with that all in mind, I feel like segue, do you have any tricks with pennies?
uh, there is a trick that I have done, that I saw in an old Michael Lamar video called "The Thieves and the Sheep,"
Okay.
and I do that with pennies and dimes.
What's the is that like one of each and you put it in their hand, you take one out type of thing, or am I
No, it's a
misremembering?
story trick where you've
Oh,
got
cool.
5 pennies and two dimes. The thieves are the dimes, the sheep are the pennies, and the idea is that you collect them, and they basically overnight the while the farmer is away, the thieves come into these two barns and they take all the sheep, but then they hear the farmer, so they put them all back, and then when the farmer leaves again, he steals them all, and the idea is that you get the thieves in one hand and the sheep in the other because the farmer is a magician and he gets all of his sheep away from the thieves. And
That's
it's
cool.
just about the procedure of how you pick things up and put them back down. But it's a really easy trick that I can teach kids,
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like a penny trick because they're officially out of circulation.
officially out of circulation. Yeah.
And I see everywhere now places that have signs that say they don't accept them anymore. And some, I feel like a trick with pennies would be fun to jam with you on, just because the idea that, I mean, we're not saving them from becoming anything. I don't even know what are pennies going to become? Just a collector's
They're
item?
going to become copper wire.
Ah.
Yeah, people are buying rolls of pennies or boxes of rolls of pennies and are melting them down. They're becoming copper wire.
But aren't most pennies now zinc covered in copper? Or
Yeah, when you melt it down, yeah,
oh, so you're still able to get that outer layer off of
you're
them.
able to get it out of it. Yeah.
That would be a cool, like, to take a penny and like do a slippery sand or what's that, and then it's just the zinc layer. And then or take like a penny and you go like this and now you get like a copper wire to come off of the penny.
That's
And
cool. I like the sound of that.
like that visual, I don't know how to do that, but I'm just saying like um I don't know if there's ever going to be a point in our lifetime where people are like, super collective of pennies, but right now I feel like it's a good time to, if you rolled around with a penny or if you ever saw one, to have a trick with a penny would be a cool trick to have holstered. So,
I
um,
think it would be cool to have it like a Pez dispenser and take it to a strip club and just start.
pennies. This is a rare dated penny. These are each worth,
Exactly, make it sprinkle.
oh my, wow. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Yeah, are there rare pennies or am I making that up?
There are
Okay.
some of the same people who collect them to melt them down. Before they do, they'll look at the dates to see if it's a rare penny because there are pennies that are worth hundreds of dollars. So
What
people who collect coins are always looking for those rare pennies as well.
why would they be rare? Why would they be more rare?
Misprints, rare minting errors. I forget what else. Certain dates. I think I want to say there's a penny that has silver in it or is silver, one of the two.
Wow.
Let me look it up. I'll tell you in a second.
That's cool. I'm gonna start writing down things that we could jam on, and pennies would be kind of cool. Uh, I mean, Garcia's fraud, where you move the logo on the bill, like to move a part of a penny to make it look like it's a misprint would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently wheat pennies are really popular. The Union Shield design is popular. Um,
What's a wheat penny?
it's got let me share my screen.
Oh, does it have like an image of wheat on it?
It's got wheat down the side and it says 1 cent.
Oh,
And then there is a silver penny.
what?
Yeah.
Is it the same size as a regular penny?
Yeah.
Dude, doing like a scotch and soda type trick with a silver penny and a penny's kind of cool.
Then a bunch of these are pre-1920 pennies.
Okay, so just like age would increase value. Like if it's a really
Yeah.
old penny, that makes sense.
There's a bronze penny, a steel penny, a double-sided coin, a double-sided penny.
Like a misprint double-sided?
hmm Yeah, it's an error.
That's
Uh,
cool.
let's see,
That's super
small
cool.
date, which is a misprint. Yeah, a bunch of different misprints. There's a reverse die, Lincoln cent, a double ear, Lincoln cent.
Dude, I feel like if you got a hold, and then like a silver penny, just out of curiosity, if I ever had a brilliant idea to do a trick with a silver penny, am I looking at spending like $500 online to get one, or are they like 20,
To get
30
a
bucks?
real one?
Yeah.
Well, a bronze penny is estimated between 100,000 and 350,000. So a steel cent is between 75,000 and 175,000.
Pass. Keep going. Keep going.
I thought that I'd seen a silver one, but maybe I'm just misremembering it. Maybe it was the steel one that I'd seen.
Like in the
I'm not
wild or
seeing the silver one.
behind glass?
I'm sorry, say again?
In the wild you saw that or behind glass?
No, online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know I've
Dude,
never seen one in person.
um, I was building something recently and I needed a really small weight for it, and I got like a roll of pennies because I did like I forget I went to like Home Depot or something, and washers were the washers they had there were almost more expensive than that's just like using
Oh,
a
gee.
using
Yeah.
using a penny. So this would
Now you got
be
to check the dates.
I know. Well, this is like that's the shield you're talking about.
No, no, there's it's wheat, literally wheat on
Oh,
both sides, a
got it.
strand of wheat, and then the words 1 cent on
I
the back
wonder
of it.
I wonder if banks would like go through and make sure they're not putting in circulation anything rare or like a teller.
Well, I've gotten silver half dollars from them, so I don't think they pay much attention to it. Like I've
Because it's
asked for
so
50-cent pieces, and there have been silver Kennedy had half dollars in it.
and do they charge you 50 cents for it at the bank?
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's crazy, man.
And right now, I think any silver coin is literally worth the price of silver. So it's 25, $26 for a 50-cent piece if you
That's
can get one.
insane. That's
Yeah.
insane. I wonder if you could have you ever done any gimmick work with coins like the Jamie Schoolcraft world, like
Yeah.
altered
Yeah.
coins?
I have a gimmick called OXF that I work with Schoolcraft on. It's a gravity flipper coin with a magnet in it, and it's attached to a shimmed expanded shell so that you can do some really cool combinations. But you
That's
can toss
cool.
the entire unit in the air and catch it without having to worry about it separating.
That's cool. Have you ever done a coin bend before?
Yeah, I've got a coin bender called what did I call it? Um, Biobender.
Biobender. That's
But
cool.
it was for quarters
Okay.
or a borrowed quarter.
I feel like bending a
I came out
penny
with
is like
Murphy's.
I feel like bending a penny is like in the realm of like believable. No? Or like because it's
It's definitely well, I think because copper is so malleable, it may be too believable because people use they squeeze and press on pennies to flatten them out to make those
oh yeah.
little signs
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
you see on the railroad, like where they actually turn the little crank and it flattens out, or
So
people put them on the railroad on the rails, and the train will run over it and flatten it out.
that's true. I wonder if you, but then the minute you bend it, like as to your point, it's too believable. If you bent it or squished it or pulled it or something, the minute you gave it to somebody and they could not reverse the action, then does that now make it impressive and magical or no, not really?
I think any of that would be okay. I think taking it a step further, David Roth has the old eraser coin thing. So making an eraser coin out of a penny is something that'll be super easy to hold, so that you don't have to do as much as you would with a half dollar or a silver dollar, and you
What's
can still get the same effect.
what's an eraser coin?
So an eraser coin is a trick that David Roth came up with in the 70s and 80s. And basically you hold a coin at the fingertips and you say you can use an eraser to wipe it away. So you rub it a little bit, and at complete edge, a quarter of the penny or the half dollar goes missing. Then you rub the other side, and then another quarter of it goes missing. So you have this really weird shape, and then you take your thumb and you rub it across the back, and it starts to come off, and all of the printing fades away. So it looks like you've just rubbed it away, and then you hand that impossible object out. So doing that with a penny would probably be easier to quickly produce.
That's super cool. And that's a gimmick that you make. I mean, not to give away his method, but you alter it and prep it before so that you can perform it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is holding it like this hides the work.
Shut
Half
up.
of it's facing you so that you just see the regular coin, and the other pieces are hidden by your thumb. So it looks like you're holding a coin, but you're just hiding those shaved edges.
Oh, that's cool. I feel
Yeah.
like that's great in the premise of like, pennies are out of circulation now, and people are like, the copper thing, like whatever that
Yeah.
is. Um, I would be curious, do you know, and this is like super or Googleable, I could Google this, but is there a way of putting a penny into a commercially available chemical solution to remove the copper from it?
I have no idea. That sounds dangerous.
But I mean, commercially available meaning safe. Like, like it'd be funny if like you took cooking oil and hairspray and you put a penny in it and left it overnight,
Right.
and you're left with a zinc penny. You know,
The guy to ask would be Kevin Dunn.
Kevin Dunn.
That makes his own flash paper.
He does what?
He makes his own flash paper.
Oh, cool.
So he would be the guy to ask.
He's a
But
chemical
no,
guy.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah. So we are at the halfway mark exactly. I
Okay.
love the penny trail, or we could stop talking about pennies and jam on something else entirely.
This is your show, bro. I'm willing to do whatever you want to do.
You're the guest.
I'm just happy to be here.
So I'm so stoked to be jamming with you, man. It's been a long time since we've jammed, like a formal jam.
Yeah,
As formal as this is, or as formal as any jam ever is, I guess.
exactly. Exactly.
All right, I wanna talk. I'm nerding out about pennies right now
Okay.
because I feel like in the zeitgeist of the world, like as an in for a premise, it's not that far-fetched. Like the average person will at least have heard of how like no one uses pennies anymore, or like that. Am I crazy or people have heard of that?
Well, people see the signs that no one's accepting pennies anymore. I think
Okay.
it would be super dope. It's just an idea. I think it would be really cool to have a penny travel to an impossible location, like inside of a roll of pennies. That could
That's
be cool.
killer. That's so cool, man. Happen to have one. Dude, I had a bunch of them. But yeah, that's a killer image. That's a crazy location, final resting place for a penny. Like
Yeah.
sign penny, whatever. If you had to break this open or unwrap it to get to it,
I think it would be dope if the signed penny was right on the thing so that you could see that it's in there and sealed in there.
that's cool. Because yeah, you can't. I mean, my brain immediately goes to how. So I feel like you'd have to load a whole roll in to get it there. Hey, by the way, newsflash, we might have a rare penny there on the end.
That is a rare penny. That
We
is. That's a wheat penny.
we just funded this episode. Oh my God. Um, I mean, yeah, this I feel like what is Loomis? That's probably a company that rolls.
Oh yeah, they guarantee that they've counted all 50 to
Okay.
go in the thing.
Okay, that checks out. Loomis, that's also like a Harry Potter spell, isn't it?
What is it? What
L
Legard? What
Loomis?
is it?
I don't
What is it to illuminate? I forget what it is. Well, all of our Harry Potter fans in the audience, they know, and
Let us know.
they're
Let us
shaking
know.
their heads in judgment right now.
Yes. How dare they not know? This is cool. I've actually never looked at and I don't know if this is just this brand, but the way it's like perforated, and so it's basically just
Oh
like
yeah, to make it
rolled.
easier to open.
I would be curious to know how this was even made. I guess you could maybe potentially unroll it.
So the ones that I'm familiar with, they're flat,
Uh-huh.
and as you put the pennies in at an angle, it fills up, but you open it up And I think if we were to do it like loading a lemon,
Hmm.
you could add that penny in as you close it up.
Yeah,
Um,
that's cool.
that could be a cool way to do it.
That's really cool. I mean, this feels like a parlor or a formal show type premise where you pull out like a handful of rolls and be like, I'm picking these up. I mean, this was, however it fits you, but like I've started to collect these because who knows, what the price of these is going to be, and there might be rare ones in here, but no one's really doing penny magic.
I
Yeah.
think it would be dope to give them away to your to your helpers. I'm a big spender.
Here's 50 of something.
Exactly.
It's got like
And then
it feels like a 50 pennies is pretty
it's
heavy.
pretty hefty. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You put that in the
interesting.
sock, you're gonna hurt somebody.
Hmm. Or if you put 50 of these, I forget what I was building, but I needed like modular weight because it had to be perfectly weighted. So
Okay.
I was literally double stick taping pennies to this prop. But that's I like that. The other thing that's like interesting with pennies is I still feel like I see them in parking lots and like I still see a penny on the ground. Like the good luck penny, or you heard the thing
You
like,
don't have homeless where you live?
oh my gosh. Here in Pasadena, this California, I still see them, or even traveling like at the airport
That's
I saw
crazy.
one.
Because out here, they scoop them up.
Scoop them up.
They literally collect copper, they collect all that kind of stuff, and they take it to the junkyard and sell it.
So I guess
So
depending on
really
where
don't
you
get gas
are,
on the streets.
yeah. I mean, I feel like in some places, I wonder why it's mostly pennies though that you ever see in parking lots. I guess like if you drop coins and you see a penny on the ground, you're like, I'm not gonna get it. It's just a penny. Or because like you don't normally see like change on the ground. It's always like a penny.
I guess depending on how you live, I still pick it up. If I see
I
a
do
quarter, if
too.
I see a
I do
nickel, dime, penny, I pick it up. I pick it up because they add up. I've
same.
got a jar where that stuff adds up. Every year I take it to the cash machine, cash it in. It's 20, $30. Yeah. 20, $30 you didn't have.
Um, are you superstitious?
No, no.
So if you saw
Well, I knock on wood, but aside from that,
if you saw a penny on the ground and it was tails up, you're taking it?
I'm taking it.
Okay.
Because it'll spin heads or tails up.
Dude, that's also funny premise or in for a trick. Like I love tricks that or concepts or stuff like the trick that you're playing with right now that you can easily roll around with. So like,
Yeah.
I if we jammed on or came up with a one penny trick, right? Like that's something I would throw in my wallet or in my pocket just to mess around with, just to play around.
Right, right.
So like, and also it feels a little bit in the realm of organic. Like if someone asked you to do a trick, like we've established that you and I are more fans of people asking us. I love being able to like reach into my pockets and like look at what I have and make it seem like I'm coming up with something on the fly. Like I
Okay,
love
yeah.
even if I have it, like if I roll around with double cross sometimes, and if I have it, I'm like, I don't really have anything on me, but I've got this pen. Let's try something. Like that's a fun in.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
a penny's a fun in, is what I'm getting at. Like if you say I don't have anything on me, and you reach into your pockets and you saw a penny, be like, oh, I literally just picked this up. Like that's in the realm of believable. I feel, and it's not like cringe. I bet he walks around with a penny in his pocket just for this trick. Um, but I feel like that's a funny question to ask somebody. Like, I picked this up. It was tails. Would you have picked it up? Like as to start a trick and to see if someone's like, yeah, I would have picked it up, or someone like, no, 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 no. Like, well, let's do something like a heads tails premise is pretty dope.
I like the idea, and I just thought of this. I like the idea of borrowing a penny from them,
Uh-huh.
doing some kind of like a reading,
Uh-huh.
and then like you're getting energy from that penny, and
Mhm.
then have that penny divine the year they were born by changing the actual year. So switching it out for, looking at a person's age, maybe you have an index of pennies that you can switch depending on who you're working for.
Oh
So that you
my
can switch
God,
their
dude.
penny out for another one.
An index of pennies for years that's in your pocket is,
Yeah, so maybe 20 years of pennies.
oh my God, dude, that is so cool.
I think could be interesting. And then to be able to give them a unique moment, and they'll have a penny that they'll be able to cherish because now it's an impossible object to them. It's an impossible object.
Dude, so what's the is the trick like is the trick you borrow the penny from them, you're doing a reading, you're doing a reading, you're doing a reading, and then it's coincidence, and at the end you're like, "Are you 38 years old?" And you're like, "Yeah, I am. How'd you know that?" And be like, "Well, this is a night, whatever." And it just happens to be that I'm like, "This is definitely your penny." Or is it more like,
Or maybe even better, the year they were born,
yeah,
rather than how old they are. Um, Something that they will remember. I think the year that they were born would probably be something they hold on to. That'll go in their wallet. They'll
I
hold on to that penny forever.
I feel like you gotta, I mean, love this, by the way. Do
A
you
little cold reading.
a penny
That
for
could
your
be that could be, and then based on that cold reading, you switch the ring out. I mean, switch the penny out for one that matches their date of birth, and then say, I've got the feeling that your ex that this year was blah 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 blah. I don't know. I'm not John Edward, but I think someone who does that kind of thing could have a really good routine that they could come up with it just by doing a shuttle pass
totally. I
and
love
having an
that. I
index.
mean, how are you thinking we figure out their birth year? Because even if you know their birth, even if you know how old they are, somehow, like from a different trick, you don't know the year they were born, right?
Well, there's the thing that helps you get into their cell phone, um, and by putting in different information,
Yes,
like
that
you put
app.
in the year that they're born, put in
Yeah,
the last four of their social security number, really put in their passcode, and it draws all of that information up.
I
So you
love
could you
that.
could get it that way.
I love that. I've been doing this trick recently with names a lot, like where I reveal someone's name, and it is the easiest freaking pre-show to get on someone is just finding out somebody's name and having someone help you or be in on the trick because like I make the name appear, so even the person who helped you is still seeing a trick. They just know how you know their name, you know? I
Okay.
feel like if you saw a group of people and someone was like, "Hey, can you come show my friends a trick?" I've been saying like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, who do you want me to show it to?" On the off chance that they accidentally say the name. And then if they don't, like the guy in the red shirt, be like, "Okay, guy in the red shirt, what's his name?" Dan? Got it. Okay, Dan, got it. And then you walk over and now you're in. That person might even forget that they told you the name. And so like that's easy. I feel like finding out someone's age is probably doable. I guess it'd have to be family. I don't really know exactly how old all my friends are. Am I a bad friend? Like,
Yeah, that's horrible. I know all my friends' birthdays.
oh my gosh, dude. I know
But I
like
only I only have five friends. So
I do. I have like, yeah, I have about the same. I know roughly how old they are, but I don't know the exact number of
okay.
like if someone tried to come
That,
up
that
to
means
me
that
to,
means you don't see age. You don't see age.
there we go. Thank you. That makes me feel way better. Age is just a number. Um, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but yeah, I love that. I love just a cold reading with because okay, so what all info is on a penny? You've got the date, right? In God
Yes,
we
the date
trust.
and where it was minted are the two things that are different.
Dude, last night at dinner, was talking with my son and we were talking about presidents or something, and he's 10. And so he was just like, who was the first president? Like, who was the first president? And we were doing logic, and he was like, I think it was Lincoln because he's on the penny. So that's one. So it makes sense that he's the first president. And I was like, man, that makes so much sense.
That
But that
makes
is
too much sense.
that is not. It's like it's Washington, which who was like
Right,
on the 25. You would think he was the 25th president. That would have
right.
made things easier to remember. He's like, oh, but like,
I do wonder how they came up with that. How did we get like how is Ben Franklin on the $100 bill?
right.
That's interesting.
That's an easy Google and a fun in for a premise or something.
Yeah,
Like a fun fact. Like that
yeah,
you could deliver in one sentence. Like, did you know that how they determined who which president was on which bill was they did this? Like, oh.
yeah. That could be
Uh,
really cool.
Liberty, there's a letter underneath the date.
Yeah, that's where it's minted.
Oh. So okay. And then it's always so every coin is inverted, right? So if you turn it sideways, it's upside down.
Yes. So
Is that
there's some misprints that are pretty valuable like that as well.
is this a dumb trick? Okay. Maybe because I'm always I'm super out of touch sometimes with what we magicians just think is everybody knows, and like the average person is like, I didn't know that. Like, why do you know that? I'm like, probably because I'm a magician. But if I went up to a person, I borrowed a coin from them, and I said, okay, we have heads on one side and tails on the other. See how they're both face up? If I go like this and rub your coin, now the back of your coin is upside down forever. Is that the dumbest thing ever?
I think
Or
that would be a great start.
yes,
I think
yes,
it would be
yes,
like folding the dollar up and have unfolding it and it's upside down.
yes,
I think that would be a great start to
yes,
get into whatever trick you're going to do.
yes.
It'll be something that'll coerce them to pay attention. So if they didn't know that, they were like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
do
but
that again.
but that's kind of convincing, right? Like,
Yeah,
boom, boom. On that side, it's that. On that side, it's that. So you get this mismemory of they're both up.
yeah.
I the first trick I ever made the night I figured out how to split bills was I put it upside down and I put it back together. So I that was the trick I carried in my pocket was I would show a bill, turn it over end for end so it looked normal, and then I would do the old trick where you fold it, fold it, fold it, and now it's upside down. But then I'd give it to him and be like, no, it really is. It's stuck. And then
That's cool.
so it's a cool like impossible object. But you're right, like as far as the coin goes, this is a good uh
It's a good
starter.
phase one.
Yeah. Then I feel like you would need to alter it like for real. Like
Yeah,
that's a cool opener for a coin trick. Like
yeah. It's very good, very
borrow
good.
a coin bend. Is there a real way of bending a coin without a coin bender, like in the wild? Has anyone ever released that or figured that out?
I think there's a guy from the UK who has one with like where he takes like two keys and bends it. I can't remember the name of it. Uh
Like it would be so sick if you could, which I know you can't, but if you could take 5 coins, you know where I'm going with this? And if you did this right now, if it would bend, you know?
oh, that would be dope. I don't know how you get the leverage.
I wish I had a pre-bent coin and I just messed with you right now. Like, but you know what? Okay, call me crazy, but
Okay.
did you just even 1% of you right now wonder if this was about to work?
Yes. Well,
So
yes, 1%, 1%. Yeah.
1%. So does that make it a good premise if you're rolling around with a bent penny in your pocket and you find one to borrow and they have a handful of change? Be like, let me show you something you can do with coins. Give me the penny and give me four other coins. Watch. If you sandwich the coin just like this, a lot of people don't know you can do this. And then you do it and do a switch for the bent one and then give them the bent one. Like, is that too believable? Or would people like,
I think it would be more believable with a quarter.
yeah, yeah. Yep.
I think it would be, yeah, I'm sorry, more impossible with a quarter is what I mean to say.
Oh, you think it's more impossible that you use, oh, you mean bend a quarter.
Yes, the bend a quarter.
Yes. You're right. You're totally right. Yeah, I feel like penny is just so thin and like
Yeah.
a lot of people think it's made fully of copper, which I know some are, but like it's almost too believable that you could do that. But the counterpoint is then the minute you leave them with all of their change, they cannot bend that thing back.
I think there's something there. But I think if I'm gonna bend a coin, I don't want it to look like I'm touching it, which is the reason why I really, 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 really like floating, like
Oh,
the UFO card,
yeah.
and then having it bend as it lands in their hand.
Do you do
Um,
that?
I used to, yeah, when I worked
Oh,
at a magic shop.
that is so
And
cool.
that would just be, having it on the, having the thing on the thumb, placing it on, spinning it, and then giving it out to be examined as I grab the bent one, do a shuttle pass, spin it while finger palming the real one, and then leaning forward, have it go into their hand. They see it bent, and then I take the stuff off and let them have the bent.
I've never seen you do that. I have seen something like that done before, and the visual of it, correct me if I'm wrong though, is when it's spinning fast, you can't tell that it's
You
bent.
can't see it.
And as it starts to wobble,
It
here's a
starts to wobble. It looks like it's bending while it's in the air.
here's a crazy question. Does that visual effect work with a bent coin in a table? Like if you
No. Well,
no,
other than the fact that it's changed, it changed the what is it called, the inertia, so that when you spin it, it'll fall over faster.
but can you get a bent coin like not if this is the coin, not bent like this, but if you took a coin and you bent it
At an
like that,
angle. Yeah,
it'd be kind
I think it'll last longer, but
it
it'll
would
still
be
fall
it would
faster.
be cool if you took a coin and you spun it, like you switched it as you went to spin it, right? And the minute you started to see like wobble, like you take credit for it, and I wonder if that would look like it bent right then.
That would be cool. Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that's definitely
Hold on, I
workable.
got pliers. I think I have a coin bender somewhere in one of my drawers, but um, I don't have one. Okay. How hard is it to bend a quarter without a magic prop?
Not very, as long as you get leverage at the elbows.
Okay, I think I'm about to embarrass myself. Leverage at the elbows.
My benders are this big. They fit into thumb tips. So I was able to just squeezing with my fingers, I was able to get it. So I think with a pair of pliers, you have two pair of pliers?
Yeah,
Yeah, you should
got
be
it.
able to do it.
I
Yeah.
mean, no big deal. Okay, so this is just crazy experiment. That's how bent it is.
Okay.
We got 6 minutes.
Okay.
If I spin this, do you think it will spin or not spin?
It will spin,
Okay, but you're thinking not as long.
not as long
Okay.
because it's not balanced.
Yes. Okay, so here's our control. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then you would need to spin it, okay, w along the axis that I bent it, right?
Yeah.
Not as cool as in the air.
It's still not bad if they don't see the switch,
Yeah,
then I don't see there being an issue.
but I feel like having a coin in your hand, spinning it, nothing happening, you pick it up off the table and you spin it again. That's kind of a cool,
Yeah,
you know, and you're way clean. Uh,
yeah.
you don't need thread. You're way clean as far as like while the coin is spinning for those first 3 seconds, this goes away. So before the tricks even happen, you're
So
clean.
here's the question. Because the first thing I'm going to say is what happened to the other coin? How do we make it a signed coin?
Mm. I mean, I wonder if, because have you seen there's one coin bender where you can like really bend up like just the edge. Like if you did a swap for this coin and you said, here, just put a little mark on it, but you were able to hold the coin so that it was bent. You know what I mean?
Okay, that makes sense. That makes
But
sense.
this is like bent in the middle. You'd have to bend like the edge up.
Yeah, yeah, and that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you get more of an L shape
Yeah, but I
instead
don't
of
know if
a
that
V.
we have time for it. I'm gonna go for an L shape. Hold on. Oh, how did you break your hand? Well, I was on this podcast with Eric Jones. Okay, so I'm thinking like that.
Okay,
So now,
that you can definitely cover. And
here,
you can sign your name on that and then have a pseudo signature on the other side so that you can spin the flat one, the ungimmicked one,
yeah.
and then switch it for that.
All right, let's see how this spins.
And that'll spin lo a little longer, I think.
Yep. I wish you just don't get that wobble you get in the air.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you like, I wonder if you blow on it while it's spinning, if you can like force the like like if you could conceal your air, like you can't go yeah, yeah. Whoa, dude. Oh, dude, that is such a good idea. Is that Garcia's this thing? Or
yeah.
he just has a lot of work on it.
But he's got work on it. That seemed to work.
I might have just timed it right. I don't think the back of my hand moved a piece of metal. Now that I think about it. Uh, all right, we got 2 minutes left. I would say out of all the things we jammed on, like a couple of things I would run with after hanging up with you, like the next time I'm on a ship for a week and I'm just in my room, is is messing with pennies and coin bins, and I really like this as an impossible location.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna play with that too. I like that idea. I
yeah,
really like it. I like the visual of being able to see their signed penny inside.
I like
I,
that visual a lot. And then the minute in that, if you could pull that off, that image, I would then want to see them take the coin out just to see how hard it is and how much process you have to go through to get it out.
yeah,
Like, break it open, see them all fall out. It's the last one that falls out, and then they go back to their seat. Or, yeah, I feel like this is a stage piece. You wouldn't
yeah,
walk around with a roll of pennies in your pocket. But just the idea of pennies in general. And then also like if I ever do find a misprint penny, I'm probably gonna hang on to it and carry it around as a premise because that's kind of cool. I wonder if there is one that's not $700,000.
I don't know. Like most of these misprints are crazy valuable.
Dude,
It may be easier. It may be easier to get a hobo coin made out of a penny
I
to get what you
wonder,
want.
I wonder if you could 3D print a penny, okay, and electroplate it for a moment of magic. So you borrow a penny, you shift it, so you do fraud, but they never touch and examine it. Or I wonder if you, I don't know. No, it'd be a different feel, but it could look like it's misprinted, and then you put it back and give it to them, you know?
Well, that's why I said maybe a hobo coin,
That's,
because there are people who engrave into pennies.
oh,
Like I've got, I don't want to, I'll take it off the wall, but
that's
I've
cool.
got, I've got a bunch of coins that have been engraved. I was going to do this on America's Got Talent
Yeah.
years ago, but they, uh, I'll bring it over to the camera. Hopefully, you'll be able to see
Oh
it.
my gosh, this is nice. Whatever this is.
Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
So I got these coins engraved with the judge's face on them,
Oh my God, dude.
and a couple of minutes or the night before I was supposed to compete, they said we can't do this live. And I was going to have the coins held by the judges. They close their hand around them, they open it, and it ends up being their faces. And they said, we can't do this with four cameras, four people live. You gotta have to do something else. So I
Gotta
had the
love it.
coins made, but it is what it is. But I'm thinking if you got there's a guy named Hobo Shane
Okay.
on Instagram, and he's the one who did these for me. But if you wanted the penny etched in a certain way, he could take the entire top layer of the penny off and redo it so that Lincoln's facing the opposite way, or he could be making a weird face. He can
Yeah.
do any of that
That
and
would be
get the
so
penny,
cool.
get a penny made for you that you can
I,
switch out.
I love that. And we just hit the time. That was
Ah.
perfect. Hands up. Time check. Pencils down. Thank you so much for doing this, Eric. I appreciate your time, man. This was so fun.
Anytime, bro.
I appreciate it. You're the man. Everybody follow Eric Jones. Thank you for listening or watching the podcast. This has been Inventing Magic with the one and only Eric Jones. See you, everybody.